All right, so Dragonstorm. What is this deck doing and how? So Dragonstorm says search your library for a dragon permanent and put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle. How? And then it has Storm, which means you cast it multiple times for each spell you've cast before it in the turn. So how does this deck work? Well, you cast Faithless Looting and discard Dragonstorm. And then you have Mizzix Mastery, which lets you exile Dragonstorm and cast the copy, which then you've cast this, this, and this. So you get 3 dragons out of your deck. The dragons you get out of your deck are Terror of the Peaks and then 2 Bladewing Risen. Because Bladewing Risen is a legendary creature, one of your Bladewing Risens dies and returns the other one from your graveyard to play, which creates this loop of your Bladewings returning each other to play and entering the battlefield, which kills your opponent with Terror of the Peak triggers. So we've played this in the past with multiple Terror of the Peaks and the Queen. This build is choosing to do this because it's always deterministic. When it happens, you kill your opponent deterministically. Those of you that play Arena and you're wondering how in the heck did this card from Scourge get added to Magic Arena, for a little while they were adding miscellaneous commanders for Brawl to Magic Arena, and this was one of the cards that got added for Brawl that just happens to be legal to fish up with Dragonstorm and Historic now because of it. The rest of this deck has some miscellaneous interaction, things like Prismari Command, Memory Lapse, Anger of the Gods of Abrade, Brazen Borrower, very good against the Auras deck that's running around. Expressive Iteration provides some card advantage / selection so we can get to our combo consistently. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. Sure. I've already got looting plus Mizzix Mastery. Old trusty Dusty, thanks for your support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome back. Faithless Looting is not a card like Opt. You don't want to just fire it off willy-nilly. You want to be using it when you're ready to use it. So you don't need extra copies of Terror, because if your Terror has been killed, you just get it back with Bladewing when you combo. So Terror is unnecessary to have more copies of, because if they're interacting with your graveyard anyways, you can't combo to begin with. Hand, library, exile, and then they're dead next turn, right? No! Oh, crap. Do I have to order these triggers manually? I think I do, right? Damn it. Okay, so I have to... If I let it keep ordering the way it was ordering, we'd just end up in an infinite loop. Oh, I can choose to decline. Never mind. I didn't realize this was optional. These older cards didn't used to be optional a lot of the time, so I just assumed it wasn't, but you are correct. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate you, chat. Alright, so Aether Gust in, Anger of the Gods in, Narset out, Brazen Borrowers out. Hands is probably okay too, right? It kills their hasty goblins. Would I rather have Burning Hands or Memory Lapse? Is it crazy to trim some Memory Lapse on the draw? I feel like it's not. I decided to try Pokemon Unite. It's too much fun. Thank you for checking it out. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, V-Sheep Bob. We're going to play some of that at the end of the stream today. So if you want to maybe play a game or two, make sure you're in the subs Discord. We're going to be teaming up with folks in there. And my friend code is in the channel Google Doc. So feel free to add me from there so you can be ready to go. I'm going to Coward Split it. I'm going to bring in one of these and leave through Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse being Time Walk for Muxa seems important. Sure. Bottom Bladewing. No, we're gonna do it at the end of my Twitch session today, Cody. We're gonna be doing Unite as part of the stream this afternoon, tomorrow morning, and Thursday afternoon. And we're getting a balance patch tomorrow morning early, 12 a.m. PDT. Memory lapsing someone who's missed a land drop should be illegal. I think I'd do this to keep my life total high, I think. Hand, bottom, exile. I'll go ahead and kill this, and we'll loot. Okay, so we're gonna Aether Gust the Roiling Vortex at end step. And then we can overload Mizzix Mastery. Oh, you know what? No, I don't even need to overload it, right? So we just Mizzix Mastery, a Prismari Command, loot, and then combo, right? Or we can just draw it. Yeah, I could have. So I didn't need to draw this. I could have 4 mana Prismari Commanded, ditched this. So I actually don't think Snorlax needs a nerf so much as we just need another Pokemon similar to Snorlax, so there's more diversity. I don't think Snorlax is too good. I think Snorlax is just the only one that really fills the role that he's in right now because of their current limited selection of Pokemon. Alright, so we'll Mizzix Mastery, Mizzix Mastery. And then we'll Mizzix Mastery, Mizzix Mastery. And then we'll Mizzix Mastery, Dragonstorm. Goodbye, friend. Yes, Chichus, I'll probably be up tomorrow. I didn't have a chance to build decks last night. Shui, thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. Yeah, the audio getting louder depending on how many of the storm thing happen is wild. How should one order those triggered? It doesn't really matter, Jofu. Is the answer. Yeah, this looks fine, right? Needs other land, but we're on the draw and it has Expressive Iteration. It's got some decent interaction here. One of the other things I forgot to mention during the deck tech that's nice about this version of Dragonstorm is that if you have a copy of Bladewing the Risen in your graveyard, you only need... If you have a copy of Bladewing the Risen in your graveyard, you only need to storm for X's 1. You only need 1 storm to combo. Because you just get Terror plus a second Bladewing and then the loop starts. Man, that was a lot of misses at lands, huh? Some black aggro from the opponent. Our Anger of the Gods gonna get to do some work. They pump up Night here. We'll send it back to the Shadow Realm. Sending it back anyways. Goodbye, friend. And then when they replay this next turn, we're gonna get to actually, like, shatter this, shock this, kill both of them with the Prismari Command. You know, we drew the land. I'm just gonna hold up these memory lapses. So, we're still under quite a bit of pressure here. They're going to get to Thoughtseize my second command. And then this does come back with the Knight of the Ebon Legion. J. Ray, thank you for the 3 years of support. That's quite some time. Welcome back. Okay, that's one of our combo pieces. Yikes. And then I think I just need to do this as a bad anticipate here. I mean, I'm glad I did that, I guess. So we have 2 main deck copies of Anger of the Gods that we could find here. And then I can't do this right now, because they'll get to bring this back at end of turn, so I want to do this on their turn so I don't take damage. Yeah. Whoop, almost did that wrong. Hey, Ewok, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Good morning. Alright, so we draw Faithless Looting, and Faithless Looting draws us Mastery, and then we'll be good to go. That is the plan here. And if we brick on that, we're actually not dead on board, because we'll be able to flash in Brazen Borrower and Memory Lapse their other play. So we'll get another turn here. I assume they either discard or do nothing here. Making us draw a card seems loose. Even if putting us to 1's probably appealing. Well, I mean, now we do this, right? And then I can Brazen Borrower, bounce the Rankle inside of combat, and then we kill them next turn. They usually don't have any other haste creatures. Kind of want to draw untapped land that doesn't hurt us, so I can Memory Lapse in addition to Mizzix Mastery. They could have, like, a Heartless Act or a Murderous Rider here. But even if they kill this, I just get to get it back, and then I have 2 dragons, right? So we get Bladewing, and then Bladewing gets Terror back. Okay, so we're not dead on board. We're not dead to known information. So they can bring this back, and then they can rankle. Okay. Close game. I can't attack with this because I need it to block Scrap Heap Scrounger. Brazen Borrower only blocks flyers. Okay, so they're killing us in a couple of turns. JK, LOL. Combo decks, ladies and gentlemen. Combo decks. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, step right up for Jeff Hoagland's Circus of Dragonstorm. Our sideboard's not amazing here. I don't have a ton of things that kill their bigger threats like Spawn of Mayhem. Anger definitely comes in. Soup Raptor, thanks for the follow. Brazen Borrower, instrumental in making sure that we were able to win there. Memory Lapse too, right? Like, there might be something to this Memory Lapse card, chat. It's very savage. I am excited to try lots of creature decks in this upcoming Jumpstart Historic Horizon, but there is still a good chance that this card is just like... I would really like it if they'd embrace digital and errata this card to be like Aether Gust, where you could choose to not redraw the card. That's all this card needs. Just, it needs to not be your opponent guarantees misses their next land drop. Is the problem it poses. Nah, I'm gonna cut something, I just don't know what. Probably a lapse while we're on the draw. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year, Jabrisi. Good morning. I'm bottoming the Memory Lapse and just keeping my glut of interactive cards here to start. Alright, we have 3 copies of Brazen Borrower. It's a main deck way to interact with something like this. The plan is like end step Brazen Borrower, untap, do the thing. It's a hoop to jump through. Decks like this are very powerful, but you also have to experience powerful hate cards like this. Gotta be able to play through them. Stalinsky, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Alright, chat. It's gonna be a cast Niv-Mizzet the Parun game. I can feel it. One Anger of the Gods off the top, please. I'm gonna go fishing. Alright, 3 looks at anger. 2 looks at anger. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Goodbye, friends. And again, like, that's the power level of what this archetype is doing, is we just see so many cards, right? Like, our deck gets to execute its game plan way more consistently than anything our opponents are doing. Expressive Iteration is so good. Apple Tunes! He's a true professional. I really am. And thanks for keeping me around so I can be a professional. I appreciate the 44 months. Closing in on 4 years. That's quite the duration. Bitch, I don't even have all the rares in this set yet. Pretty sure you saw 9 more cards than the opponent by turn 5 that game. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't even remember what I was like 4 years ago. Listen. The last year and a half has been a decade, so it's super understandable. Thanks for the 27 months, Cheesy Pastries. Welcome back. There was a comment from someone that does design at Wizards saying that Expressive Iteration almost looked at 4 cards during testing. They decided to tone it down a little bit. Think we can win this game still. My pause here is trying to decide, do I want to concede? I think we could still win this. We have some banger draws here. Like, in theory, I could win the game next turn, right? Because we can treasure plus loot, and then if we find a Dragonstorm in those loots, we kill them. So we let this resolve, and then we do this, and then if we find Dragonstorm, they die. Okay. And now... Am I supposed to concede, or am I supposed to show them Bladewing? So, if... I could technically draw Faithless Looting into land Dragonstorm next turn, but I think we just concede here in the hopes that they don't know what we're doing. Batto, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to bounce the Spellbreaker because they couldn't recast. I didn't think about that. Could be right. I'm gonna Coward Split the Memory Lapse and the Brazen Borrowers. Do you ever cut the Bladewing? So I think you're supposed to leave all the Bladewings in, because if you could loot the Bladewing into the graveyard, you only need one Storm on Dragonstorm to combo, which has value. Okay, I think I want to kill something this turn, and the next turn we can hopefully Faithless Looting plus a 2-mana spell. None of those were the Dragonstorm I wanted for Christmas. Just kill this now, in case they have any kind of tricks. No reason to get blown out by a Blossoming Defense or a Ranger's Guile there. Alright, don't Scavenging Ooze me. Then the Bladewing sit there and run in a circle, and your opponent dies. It's nice. It's very, very nice. Oh, I didn't bring in Aether Gust. What an incredibly big, dumb, stupid I am. Remember that time I boarded against Gruul and didn't board an Aether Gust, chat? It's fine. We won the game, which probably means it was correct to not board an Aether Gust for game 2. Because if it had been wrong, I wouldn't have won. That's how that works, right? I think I'm supposed to bottom iteration here. The old Pelt Collector right on time. Might be right to save this for that. It's a little aggressive on my part. If we get a Dragonstorm in our next 2 cards, they're dead though, so, you know, hit me, dealer. Ooh, and they didn't recast it because they want to put pressure on. Love it. That's super far behind now because we bricked. It was a direct-to-brawl addition to the format, Hamblin. Because for a little while they did that. They were just like adding one of commanders that you could play in standard brawl. That's why Talrand the Sky Summoner is legal on this platform. And Gitrog Monster. Yes, the Gitrog Monster was one of those as well. Come on! Hit me, dealer. Man. Hey, Faithless Looting, please. Faithless Looting, please. Looting off the top, one time. Think we're dead, fam. That's close. We still have it next turn? No, I can't cast this. It was, yeah, the pieces came together a little bit too late. We needed the Dragonstorm to be in the looting, not the Expressive Iteration after it. Looting and Gust. They have Cinder Vines in play, chat. And they have lots of pressure in play, and they have a Clothis that's going to deal 2 to us. You're very, very dead. Barking Yee, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Jeff, have you ever been asked a question? No, not once. Maybe someone will try it sometime. I'm gonna ditch the Brazen Borrower here. I think I want to keep Anger in case they're the Phoenix deck. If you are looking for folks to play Unite with Mueller, the channel and the Discord server is pretty active. Like, playing with 5 stacks is a lot more enjoyable than playing without. It is, Dallas, yeah. They've been slowly getting better about giving us more cues. We're getting Historic Brawl back as a permanent queue offering soon. The only format that lacks a best of 3 queue is the standard 22 queue. Oh, is it a mirror? This could be a mirror. Oh my gosh, it's the mirror. Are they gonna get us? They didn't discard a Dragonstorm, right? No. Okay. They could Memory Lapse us, I suppose. Got me. Yeah, and that's why you play 4 Bladewings. With Bladewing in your discard pile, you only need 1 Storm count, so this into this kills them. Okay. This is one of the many reasons why we have this boy in the sideboard. Or in the main deck. To fish up for when things go weary. You can see here in this true battle of wits, my opponent and I are playing that, oh, I should have looted the terror into the bin, right? It doesn't matter? It doesn't matter. Alright, so let's do this, and then we'll cast this with these two modes, and we'll put the terror in the bin. And then we'll Mizzix Mastery the Dragonstorm and kill them. And this is why you only need one terror, because you get Bladewing and you get back the one terror. And then you get the other Bladewing and now your loop starts. My friend. Alright, so, mirror match. Narset seems good. Mystic Dispute seems good. Azcanta seems good. Soul Guide Lantern seems good. Anger out. Abrade out. It's probably Brazen Borrower out too. You want to stop them from actually comboing you. You don't want to be reacting after the fact. Fry tags Niv, or is that too narrow? I think you just want to stop them from Dragonstorming to start. Like, I know they drew it that game, but, like, they're only going to have one of them, right? Fry's more of, like, an anti-Jeskai card than a card we want for the mirror match, I think. Need 3 cuts here still. It's a lot of cuts. Maybe I'm going to trim a Bladewing, because I think the odds we want to jam early go down post-board. We'll be more jockeying for position as we get set up. Need 2 cuts still. It's probably a trim around the edges last couple, huh? Trim an iteration and a looting. Sure. How do you get more dragons? Bladewing is legendary. So when you put the second Bladewing into play, the first one dies. And then the Bladewing brings back the Bladewing. It's a legend. Legend rule is the reason it works. I mean, I'm supposed to looting on one here since I have Dragonstorm in hand. It's probably the case. Plays around Narset a little bit too. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to looting on one. If I had looting on one, I would have been able to Aether Gust this iteration, which would have been nice. They have a dragon sleeve on their dragon deck, chat. That's so on theme. Oh, they missed their land drop? That's brutal. Is the cast Terror of the Peaks game? It probably is. A little bit of a Sage post-board game. Magic goes sometimes. Pretty unfortunate they had 3 extra looks and still bricked off. I would love to play first with my combo deck. I mean, this hand could be anything, chat. Having triple Bladewing in the opener is probably actually bad, right? Because, like, if I draw the 4th one, we then can't combo. Sure. This is some just desserts because we spent the morning milling people in Modern. Now they're coming for us, chat. Come on, put a Bladewing in my bin. If they put Bladewing in my bin, I can combo. I definitely think for starting your deck with Memory Lapse Expressive Iteration is the best thing you can be doing in Historic. I am interested to see if the Historic Horizons is able to push the format back towards being more creature-based, but it's definitely very spell-focused right now. How was Modern this morning? We played some genuinely good games of Magic. Modern's been pretty reasonable. They could have removal spells here. And they're dead. It's been legal for a while, Jet. It was one of those, like, sneaky additions to the format. You've considered not main decking Reckless Rage in Feather because I'm a non-creature decks. Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. Kill the crab to send a trigger. If all the dragons hit the bin, we can't win. Correct. Correct. You need at least one Bladewing in your deck, which is another reason to play 4. That's why, in fact, that's why I mulliganed the very first hand that we had that game, because there were 3 of them, and I didn't want to run that risk. Disputes. Yeah, that sounds good. Nah, I think a random removal spell for the crab is better than most of the other things up here. Maybe search for Azcanta is better. Maybe. Unfortunate for us, so we missed the land there. This play was nice last turn, so it's going to be nice again. So looking for Mizzix Mastery here. Fuck this card, chat. Just ban it. Just get rid of it. Errata it so people can put the card on the bottom of their deck. It's so fucking miserable.
Keep an open mind.
I am definitely the bad man. I'm the bad man. Because you talked about Flesh and Blood yesterday, I'm now seeing targeted ads for it. Yeah, listen, chat, your smartphone is always listening.
Ooh, I like a good fight. Notice
All right, so we got 5 looks at Mizzix Mastery and a Bladewing. Oh, and actually, we don't even need the Bladewing, right? Because I have enough mana. I could do this to generate the Storm Count. I don't need the Bladewing in the bin if I have enough Storm Count. Yeah, so we get Terror, Bladewing, loop the Bladewings, they die. So, Memory Lapse was not offensive when it was previously existed for a couple of reasons. The first is that Memory Lapse has only ever been legal before Historic in formats where Counterspell was also legal. And second is that Memory Lapse, his power level is stronger under modern Magic design where Planeswalkers exist, because Memory Lapse is a card that lets you snowball advantage that you already have, and Planeswalkers are an easy way to do that, to have that initial advantage. Congratulations on using me as a conduit for absorbing a trivial amount of Jeff Bezos' fortune. I appreciate it. Transfer all of Jeff Bezos' monies as you can to people on Twitch. Cash it all out. Yeah, Memory Lapse is a very old card. It's not, Memory Lapse is not modern legal. That's how old it is. Our solution is unban counterspell. Yikes. So I swallowed a cat to chase a mouse. That's a good way to put that. Our hand's actually pretty decent here. We have Memory Lapse and Anger of the Gods against their aggro deck. I think Mana Leak would be an okay card to put in the format. I'd be fine with that one. Goodbye, friends. Damn it. We needed to be able to Memory Lapse this, Yikes. We need to be able to Memory Lapse the Coco. And instead, we're 45 degrees. Oh. Deal. Bon voyage. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. Defense. Defense. So, Terror blocks Burning Tree. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Alright, so... Alright, one Mizzix Mastery, please. Basic land would also be okay now. Alright, so basic land plus Mizzix Mastery. No. Oh, no. When you're 22 cards into your deck and haven't found your combo piece. Yikes. Yikes. I can loot into Memory Lapse whilst making a treasure. With this. Air Boss, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel here. No, it was the next card. It was the next card, chat. Oh, man, so close. Missed it by this much. All right, it's fine. Need to be on the play here. Get some Anger of the Gods in my deck, some Burning Hands. It's gonna be a good time. For a good time call. Played to our outs happily. I'm content with my sequences I took in that game, which is all you could really ask for. It ends up on top of your deck. Because the Esper Sentinel trigger happens before Memory Lapse resolves. I don't care what spell you're casting, it's going on top of your deck. You cast nothing! Okay. Nah, that's fine. You can have that one. Let's do this. Next turn we'll get to anger and clean them out. Kill them, depending. See if they go scavenging ooze here or not. Things that don't matter for 200, Bob. Easy. Easy game, chat. Get the tear. Get the Bladewing. Loop the Bladewing. Deal the tear. Loop the Bladewing. Goodbye, friends. You know, chat, Magic's a lot easier when you play the good cards. You mean Storm of One? Yeah. You just need one of your combo dragons in the bin. That's actually kind of exactly what we were looking for. A blue-red dual land. Interesting. It's a neat one. Are they not on Collected Company then? No, they played Company in the first game, right? No, they stomped us twice. Alright, so we'll take 6 here down to 14. The gods are very angry with you, opponent. They are not pleased. We've had first angers, yes, chat, but what about second angers? Might be a game where we hardcast Terror. So this is cracking us for 5, down to 7. And then I have Memory Lapse teed up to go with the Anger of the Gods here. No! Oh no! Chat! Oh no! Oh no! Alright, they have another Bone Crusher Giant. Got him. Nice. Is it Guildgate that cost a rare wild card, idiot? Like, Scavenging uses interaction for our combo. Do I looting start? If I start by killing this, I mean, it can grow. Oh, there aren't any creatures in graveyards because there aren't any creatures in graveyards because we angered everything. That's hilarious. I think I start by flashing this back. Because if I go to kill this, they're going to eat this in response. Like, they get a Bladewing now, but that's fine, right? Am I supposed to play around? Yeah, I don't think I can attack because they have Lair of the Hydra and they have Ranger class. So I think I just need to pass here. Why not Prismari Command it? Because the command, I didn't have anything I wanted to discard. There is one Bladewing left in my deck. Alright, need a Dragonstorm? Could I have overloaded the Mastery? So this is my first mastery, right? So there's still 3 of them in my deck. What if I ditch this, and then just mastery anger? And then I have a bunch of card selection left over. Again, not attacking because of Lair of the Hydra. Okay, so these trade. Another reason not to attack. What a game. I'm not dead yet. Am I supposed to do this now? I don't think so, right? I think I'm supposed to wait because I want the most chances to find a Dragonstorm. Alright, so there's 3 Mizzix Masteries left in my deck right now. No! Why do we keep losing close games to Gruul, chat? That was a good game of Magic, at least. Sag, only 1 mastery in our top 41 cards. Big Sag. It was. That was really good back and forth. We need to win more die rolls. Yeah, it would definitely be helpful. Definitely would not hurt to win another die roll or 2. It's a little slow. We got this for card selection. We're on the plate. I've got part of the combo here. Professional would have drawn more masteries. Big mood. Big mood. How do we have combo with only 1 Bladewing left? The 1 Bladewing gets the other Bladewing out of the graveyard. Oh, wait, maybe you're right, because I was through the Terror too, right? I only had a Bladewing. Okay, yeah, I think you're right, actually. I think you're right that even if we'd found it, we wouldn't have had it, right? Because we were through the Terror plus the Bladewings. Did I have Niv-Mizzet in my deck? Niv-Mizzet was in my deck, so we could probably win a fair game from there. Yeah, you need 2 of the 5 combo dragons in your deck. I'm playing some Mardu mid-range here. Seems sweet. Hand, bottom, play this from exile. Thanks for the follow, Colin. Welcome to the channel this morning. It's afternoon, every time of day it is. All blurs together after a while. Galactic Zeal, good afternoon. Alright, so... I want to save some of my spells for post-Niv-Mizzet. I think we're going to be petty thefting the Adanto Vanguard. Like a stomp at end of turn. Yeah, but it's noon cornfield time. Is Galactic Zeal the opponent I just played? I have no idea. I do not pay attention to usernames. I'm playing on Magic. I'm playing games. So now I have to decide, do I want to play Niv-Mizzet out into this Bloodchief's Thirst? The answer is probably no, right? I think we just land go now. Just don't give them the guaranteed removal spell here, because they can only cast these until the end of this turn, so it's going to go away here in a second. I think I'm going to go ahead and Prismari Command this one in response, because I don't want them to, like, have an instant and then get another showdown triggered on the line. Like, they have to have 2 instants here to save this. There's still a lot of cards off from escaping Kroxa. I'll just bounce this Stork again. And play Niv-Mizzet. Or we could kill them. Killing them sounds nice too. Gethera, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping. Okay, so they have Kroxa, so Soul Guide Lantern's probably fine. Aether Gust is actually kind of okay against Kroxa too. Narset probably gets pressured off the table quite frequently. Borrower's decent against Kroxa. I don't know that I want more Angers against their deck. The first one's probably okay. All 3 of the decks I put up for voting today had recent finishes, top finishes in historic tournaments at MTG Melee. Hey, good to see you around again, and good on you for doing some school. It's never too late to learn something new. Hope your education endeavors are going well. Memory Lapse is probably a little medium on the draw. They get it under it. Calculus 1 was actually the class I took during undergrad that made me change my major to math. It was what really made the subject click for me, personally. I was like, oh, this is neat. I want to do more of this. Who did I have for Calc 1? Gosh, I don't remember, chick. I'd have to go back and check my transcripts that I've got in a box somewhere. As so long ago at this point. Fuck, I was 17 when I took Calc 1, so that's 13 years ago. Originally, I was going to do computer science. When was the last time I wrote out a resume? It's been a long time, thankfully. Twitch chat has kept me gainfully employed. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like trying to go back into getting a traditional job, but I also would kind of just like to never have to find out. I'd be cool just chilling here for a long while. Alright, sweet. So we'll do Dragonstorm to hand. And we'll put this into the library. We'll put this in exile and then we'll cast it. I liked Calc 2 a lot too, Hamblin. There's a really big, there's a big difference in the type of student you have between Calc 1 and Calc 2 classes. At least it was the case at the community college I went to. Because Calc 1, you had a lot of biology students and pre-med students. Because they needed that to take some chemistry classes. And then Calc 2 was all engineering and computer science people. You lost the people that didn't need it at that point. The types of majors that they had. I have a list of all of my equipment somewhere. I do not. I should probably put it up at some point, though. Like, whenever I see people talk about capture cards, I always see people recommend, like, these really stupid expensive capture cards. And I've just got, like, this $70 capture card that's great. It's got a switch on it, so it can switch back and forth between the PlayStation and the Switch with a button. And my phone capture, too. Alright, so I think I'm obligated to Prismari Command in response to this, because I do need to take the Grafdigger's Cage off the table. So definitely ditching the 2-tap lands here. You have a $160 capture card in your Amazon cart right now. Yes, unless you need 4K. The one I have doesn't do 4K. If you DM me on Discord, I can send you a link to the one I have on Amazon. I'm pretty sure it was less than 100 bucks. All right, so what are we doing here? We just expressive iterating to start? Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the follow, ARS, Crimhorn, and Smile. Alright, so we can put this one in hand, and then we'll put the looting into exile and cast it. For people like Crimhorn there that are new to the channel, welcome and thanks for hanging out today. Heard me talk about my education background a little bit. In a former life, before I was a full-time streamer here on Twitch, I completed a graduate as well as undergraduate degrees in mathematics. I spent a little bit of time teaching at the university and college level for a little while. Spent a little bit of time working as a systems analyst at a Fortune 50 company, and then spent many years traveling the country playing Magic the Gathering semi-professionally. The Star City Games Open Series, if you remember that from the before times, I played in 2 of their 3 Players' Championship tournaments in 2014 and 2016. Just new-ish to Twitch. Yeah, you got a boot there next to your name. You've been around the block. Well, we can cast the Mizzix Mastery next turn still. But I actually, we're in a spot here where we haven't had a Bladewing or a Terror. So this Mizzix Mastery actually isn't lethal with just 1 Storm in this instance. Huh. Am I supposed to just Niv-Mizzet? I think I'm supposed to just Niv-Mizzet. I appreciate you taking the time to drop off some of Bezos' bucks. How is he gonna get back to outer space if you spend all his money with Twitch Prime? He'll call Elon. Alright, I'm gonna go to 5. Don't double helix me. You think when he goes to outer space, he gets better reception when he communicates with his home planet? Alright, so... if I Mizzix Mastery... this is whenever you cast a spell, right? Instant or sorcery. So this would cast this, and then cast Dragonstorm. The Storm trigger does not give me a cast trigger. So this would deal 2... plus 5 is 7, and then the Bladewing coming into play would deal 4. And then if my opponent casts any instants or sorceries, they die next turn because they're at 1, right? Our looting's lethal. Each of these are 3. That's 11. If I looting twice and I draw another looting, I could kill them. I think I'm just supposed to Mizzix Mastery. Because that gives me a bunch of blockers. Because I'm unable to kill them here, I could also do this and kill this. Yeah, and then they just can't get out of it. Niv really getting to flex his muscles in some of these fair games that we've played, where he just, like, comes down as this value house that, like, pokes at the board and draws us some cards. Oh, if our opponent's playing something aggressive, we're just gonna die, but if they're not, this hand's a good keep. Anything mid-range you're controlling, this hand is very fine against. Stomping Ground. Ooh, I've never been so excited to see a Jeskai land in my life. When is Jeff getting veneers? I don't know what that is. Can a Zoomer please explain to me what a veneer is? Fake teeth? But I spent so much money making my real teeth straight. Why would I put fake teeth on it? I just spent $5 finishing Invisalign shit. Might be wrong to jam this. If they like untap and Mizzix Mastery, I'm a little annoyed, but like they often don't play Mizzix Mastery in these Jeskai decks. If they do, they only have a couple. Yeah. Lit fillers instead. Listen, chat. Nobody is here because of my dad bod. So we don't need to improve me cosmetically. In fact, the only reason I got the teeth straightening done is because the dentist suggested it would help keep my teeth clean longer, which means there would be less deterioration as I go on existing. How can you know if it's not part of the survey? Every day we die a little more, chat. It's just how it goes. I hope all of you at home are enjoying this thoroughly stimulating game of Magic the Gathering with which my opponent and I are engaged. Lightning Helix. I have a really important question. Is this a hard cast Dragonstorm game? I'm not unconvinced this isn't a hard cast Dragonstorm game. I'm gonna keep it in hand for now. Bird Arm, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Coach, no big deal. Thanks for the prime. There's a ton of great people you can drop some of Jeff Bezos' money off at every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way this month. You could technically cast Bladewing off of some treasures. So I intentionally flashed this back before playing my land on the off chance my opponent might counter this, trying to make me miss a land drop. I ditched a Bladewing, so they know we're not Phoenix. Honestly, the main deck Narset says not Phoenix as well. He's dead, Jim. You've murdered him. Is Phoenix even good without Brainstorm? Yes, definitely. In fact, Phoenix is about to get Dragon Rage Chandler. Okay, I'm gonna hold this land for now because if we draw 2 decent spells with this, I want to ditch land plus this. This counts as a game of Magic, I suppose. Are you not entertained? Okay, so they did that, and I have 8 mana and double mastery now. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair, take my dragon. It'll blast them, I swear. They're dead, by the way, chat. This is the way we kill them dead, kill them dead, kill them dead. This is the way we kill them dead. Do 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 do. Cue the circus music. Counter spells. Search for Azcanta. Vladimus, thanks for re-upping for the 5th month. Welcome back. Trim some of those. We just cut the Brazen Borrowers here, right? Just don't really do much. Oh yeah, Fry's coming in. Fry does have some of the best art. You're not wrong. How do we feel about trimming like 1 looting, 1 Prismari Command? Because my opponent is likely to have Narset in their 75. I think that's correct. Oh, you know what? Let's trim 2 lootings and leave the commands, because the commands shatter Gear Hulks, and they're definitely on Gear Hulks. They had Mizzix Mastery. You know what? Gear Hulk probably makes Soul Guide Lantern playable too. Is accurate. Any 1 cut here? I have too many good cards. Abrade does not hit planeswalkers. It's only creatures. I don't know, chat. All my cards are so good. I don't feel like I can go down to fewer than 6 looting effects. It probably isn't good enough. Let's just do this. So it'll probably be our last match with this deck, and then we'll do some spoiler review. Most of the new set is up now for Jumpstart Historic Horizons, it sounds like, and then we'll play some Pokemon Unite for the last couple hours of the stream. And if you're a sub who would like to battle some Pokemon Unite, I'm going to be in the voice channels in the subs Discord server. We are not going to be playing ranked today. I'm intending to try out Mr. Mime and some of the other characters I haven't played with, so we're going to play just some standard matches. So regardless of what rank you are, if you'd like to hang out and battle, it's going to be just for funsies. Yes, Pokemon Unite is Pokemon League of Legends, Pokemon MOBA. They've done a lot of things better than a lot of other MOBAs do. Like, for people that are familiar with League, one of the best selling points I can give you on Pokemon Unite is there's a hard cut at 10 minutes. That's the longest a match can last. And they only take less time than that if a team concedes. Generally speaking, the games take 10 minutes. But Jeff, IGN said it is predatory. Pokemon Unite has a predatory monetization system. So does Magic Arena, but here we are. Essentially, every free-to-play game has a predatory monetization system in some way, shape, or form. No, so that's where it's wrong. See, this is where people don't understand what predatory means. I actually published an almost 20-minute video explaining the monetization and breaking down why I disagree with people on this. The item system in Pokemon Unite is not predatory. Jim Sterling hates fucking everything. Jim Sterling has some okay takes and seems like he has reasonable politics, but his opinion, Jim Sterling hates games that let you pay money for only cosmetics. Like, he hates all microtransactions, period. Or they're Jim's non-binary, I believe. I apologize for saying he. I'm pretty sure it's they. Jim uses they at this point, but I apologize for saying he. But they seem to hate everything that has any sort of microtransaction, and they're entitled to that opinion. But I think especially games that only monetize cosmetics are more than fine. It's for the 14 months, Optimist dies. Yeah, the predatory part of Pokemon Unite is the currency system, which is very common in free-to-play games, which is to say they give you more currency for the more money you spend at one time, and the currencies translate between different things in the game in different ratios, so it obfuscates or makes it difficult to compute how much it costs to actually buy things. Like, for example, we've talked about on Magic Arena how for the upcoming set release, it's like, well, Mythic Wild cards cost like 15 to 20 bucks a piece, but you can't know exactly how much they cost because it differs from card to card. Because it differs depending on what your variance is. Neo Dust, thanks for the follow. Yes, yeah, Jim, like, I've watched a lot of their stuff, and some of it I agree with, but a lot of it I disagree with. We're committing my expressive iteration. That seems fine. Okay, and now at this point, do I just, like, stick Narset? Because I still have Memory Lapse up? I think so. A comparison I've made a lot is a lot of people take onus or have issue with games that are pay to accelerate, games that effectively let you skip grinding by spending money. And Yes, Pelly summarized it well. Jim doesn't really do nuance. They basically just think they lack shades of gray when it comes to things surrounding game monetization. So, and honestly, here's the specific thing. I'll give you a specific example of an opinion that Jim Sterling gave that I think is stupid, or I disagree with fundamentally. Jim, at one point in one of their videos, said that they think it's fine for you to be able to grind cosmetic items at random from random drops in the game, but it's not fine to be able to have purchasable cosmetics. And in my opinion, games like Diablo 2 and Borderlands that have their entire gameplay model focused around making people grind endlessly for random drops, those aren't taking specifically your money, but my time is worth money, and those games, in my opinion, are just as shitty as other ones that sell loot boxes. But they explicitly used Borderlands 2 as an example of something that they liked because you could get the cosmetic items randomly in the game. A specific example I've given a couple of times is during high school and undergrad, I actually made money playing Diablo 2, grinding items and selling them to people for cash. And in my opinion, the modern... I'm going to let this resolve and just fry it here and hold the Memory Lapse to fight over a counterspell when we try and combo later. In my opinion, the pay to accelerate that we see today that games utilize, where you pay the company to accelerate your progress, that's really at a fundamental level no different than someone paying me as an idiot high school kid to grind Diablo 2 items for them while they were at work, right? On a base level, those two things aren't really different. It's just an idiot high school kid is getting the money instead of the company getting the money. The person engaging in the transaction of not actually playing the game to get what they want is the same. Alright, do you have 2 counterspells here, or do we get to kill you with this Memory Lapse? Fuck! Dovin's Veto, chat. I always forget that that's a card, it always gets me. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to this land so we can discard it with looting later. Was I supposed to ditch the Terror? Oh yeah, probably. Yes, you are correct. I could lapse myself. Nah, I don't think so, because then they'll just, like, memory next turn, and that wouldn't be good for me. That's why Blizzard started selling WoW Gold. People were buying it anyways, but just from shady sellers. Yes, exactly that. It was gonna happen regardless. They might as well just give you a direct source. And again, that's not to say that it excuses predatory behavior that a lot of these games use, because a lot of these games are predatory in how they present their monetization and economy. But I think the explicit hostility towards microtransactions in general is nonsense. It's too black and white. It doesn't acknowledge shades of gray. I'm excited to get Dovin's vetoed off of this card.
The focused and disciplined encounter no obstacles.
Not really, El Pablo, because, like, they're authentic items. What you're saying is like if Wizards tried to stop the secondary market for buying authentic Magic cards.
Meditate and prepare.
I mean, we're at a point where we can just, like, hard cast fair Dragonstorms, right? And again, at the end of the day, someone mentioned my favorite tagline of no ethical consumption under capitalism. You should play games that you enjoy while acknowledging the issues that they have if they're brought up. But like, all of these games have problems. They're made by shitty companies that are trying to make the most money they can and under every situation. Like, and that's just how it goes. Like, you know, just have some fun. Life is short. Magic's fun, so I'm playing it. Pokemon Unite is fun, so we're gonna play that later.
So much commotion.
I feel like after playing this game, I really wish I had a second, what's worse to try? I wish I had a second copy of, Niv-Mizzet in my sideboard. Yeah, but the idea that everybody's put on the same level from grinding random items is just objectively wrong. Because it's saying it's like, can we reference the South Park episode where they're like all playing World of Warcraft? They're like, how do you kill that which has no life? You can't do it. Like you're not suddenly more skillful, or it's not more fair because, you know, Johnny No Job has 90 hours a week to grind items. And if I'm being honest, as someone who's experienced a lot of card games, the thing that's refreshing to me coming from Magic the Gathering is that Pokemon Unite does not have any random things that you pay money for. So that's where things really get predatory with monetization, is when you're required to spend money through these messed up systems and then you don't even know what you're actually getting for your money. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy a booster box, but I don't even actually know if the booster box is gonna have what I need in it. Yeah, definitely Slipstream. Pokemon eggs are predatory in that way. Is that true though? You're not spending money. You're not spending money on Pokemon Go eggs, right? I actually, and this is, you can feel free to disagree on this. I actually mind random effects like that less when you're not spending money to acquire them. Oh, the incubators are basically like, yes, I accept that argument, Admain. Okay, yeah, I accept that. So you're technically not, you're buying something that's adjacent to the loot box. Okay, yeah, I never thought about them that way. See, when I hatch eggs in Pokemon Go, I'm just hatching them for Stardust. I don't care what comes out of them. But that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, card games are the original loot boxes. For sure. We the OG predatory. Other games wish they could get on our predatory level, chat. Alright, well, I'm gonna discard this Bladewing the Risen and this Steam Vents. And then I'm gonna cast this Dragonstorm. Alright, Storm is 1. Trigger. Come at me. got me. I'll do it again, I swear. This is why we have a Niv-Mizzet. Paint me like one of your French guys. Alright, do they have another cast out? Cast out and Teferi downtick make Niv-Mizzet sad. Oh, they have... Damn it. They have... Oh, they don't... Oh, they do have Magma Opus. Sag. Okay. I'm not dead next turn. They have treasures, chat. I reached for the dispute, but they have treasures. I guess I should dispute anyways to draw a card. Do I want to dispute to draw a card? Probably. Oh, they're dealing the 4 to my face. Do I dispute just to draw? Or is the dispute more... The dispute's just not doing anything later, right? Alright, we'll break a treasure and draw a card. It burns a treasure. Yeah, this is fine. This is correct. And then next turn, we hope to push Mastery through for lethal. This is game 2. Hopefully we win this game and there won't be a game 3. Please, dear God, let us win this game. Please. I need it. Help. I need somebody. Help. It's a time on both clocks. They have 17 minutes. I have 18. I would like the record to reflect I've been ranting about monetization in games and I'm up a minute on clock. I think I need to block the 4. Oh, I can't block the 4/4. Never mind, I'm tapped. I was say I don't want to die to double helix here, but these decks don't usually play Time Walk. Am I dead? We didn't die. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Can I kill them? I could probably kill them, right? Or do I try and kill their stuff? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 11 mana. So I can do this. I can Expressive Iteration, and then I can Dragonstorm for Storm is 2. Which is better than Mizzix Mastering, I think, against a counterspell. Thank you for bringing me a Switch and a controller, Jacob. You're Declan, whichever one you are. Whoever it is! Alright, well now that changes things, right? This game has been so long you forgot your children's name. Yep. Please concede he can't remember his child's name. Yep. This triggers on their instants and sorceries too here. So like... Wow. Yeah, they're repping Dovin's veto. No, they have Dovin's veto, chat. Oh, I could destroy the treasure with the command. That's a good point. I think I'm just killing their stuff now at this point. Okay, sick. Okay, and then this is Lightning Bolt. This deals 3. Oh, did I need to keep the dispute? I think I needed to keep the dispute, right? I'd have killed them if we kept the dispute? No, I'd be short. Well, so I'm trying to think, can I kill them through veto? I don't think the answer is yes, right? Because they're representing veto. So I think the conservative play here is fry the token, leave up lapse, yeah. Golden Oreo Mini, thank you for the 19 months. Welcome back. Yeah, and now if they cast an instant sorcery, they die. I'm aware of how Magic the Gathering works, people. Tell me why your play is good. Don't tell me what's legal. I understand what's legal. I don't think it really matters what we discard here. And like, now if they like Teferi or something, we Memory Lapse and then they die. Because they can't fight over their Teferi because, fighting requires they trigger Niv-Mizzet. My play is good because it is in Twitch chat, you streamer. What's going on, Jim Boogie? So 16 months, welcome back. Okay. So I just have to do this in response, right? Because now if they don't have... And there's a good chance Helix isn't in their deck post-board against us, chat. There's a good chance there's not a Helix in their deck. So they can have a Cast Out or a Teferi here to tuck the Niv-Mizzet. And they don't have it. Well, so the problem with the Narset is... If the Narset sticks, they could have a sweeper, and then they don't die when I cast the Memory Lapse. Alright, that was a heck of a game to end on. This deck was sweet. Felt really powerful. Felt very consistent. Honestly, this deck was a good example of why Brainstorm was a good ban from this format. Like, this deck is still reasonable and consistent without the added consistency of Brainstorm. And I honestly, even with Iteration and Prismari Command and Faithless Looting, it's probably still more consistent than the rest of the format. Like, this is still really feels like a very blue-red centric format. I think this is a reasonable thing to be doing in it. I'm excited for Jumpstart Historic Rise. We're going to go ahead and jump into some spoiler review for that here next, and hopefully that ends up being sweet and fun. I'm hoping Historic Horizons pushes this format towards more creature-centric gameplay, but we'll have to wait and see how things shake out in order for that to happen.